Hey, welcome to another edition of Game Day with Coach Roach. I've got the one and only Cord Nolan, linebacker slash tight end of the Bixby Spartans, with us today. Cord, you just told me that you don't really care to be known as a tight end, but just a linebacker. Is that true?
Yeah, sometimes depends on the day. I like helping my team out any way I can. So whatever the team needs me to do, I'm gonna do. But I like playing defense more.
All right. Well, I watched you growing up. In fact, you might not remember much about being 5 years old, but hopefully you remember playing flag football
Oh
for
yeah,
me.
I do.
I knew you were just a little bit different that first day of practice when I told all the kids to get 5 yards apart. We're just going to learn to throw and catch a football. And I noticed there was something different about you, just the way you carried yourself, even at the age of 5. And I told you to get 10 yards from me. Do you remember this day?
I don't remember that. No.
So I told you to get 10 yards away, and I threw you the football. And of course, you catch it, you put the ball on your hip, and you looked at me and said, Coach, I'm not a baby. You can throw it hard.
Yeah, no, I don't remember that.
So from
I
that day
don't
on, I
remember
knew there was
that.
something special and unique about you.
That's
Ninth
funny.
grade, you were able to start for the Bixby Spartans. Let's go back to ninth grade. What was it about that ninth grade season? Or tell me about the opening game at Owasso, not at Owasso, but it was
At
Chapman
TU,
Stadium.
yep.
Yep. Tell me about that game because you made a certain play that I remember. Do you
Yeah,
remember which play I'm talking about?
yeah, dude. Yeah, going into that game, I was the most nervous I've ever been for a football game, just because it was my first high school game ever, and first high school games playing at a college stadium, and I was like, this is crazy. There's 20,000 people there. I was like, this is so cool, but also so scared at the same time.
Yeah.
I was on kickoff return, so the first play of the game, we get out there and crowd's loud. It's loud out there. I'm with on the same field as Luke has, as Jacob Snyder, Kale Fugate, Christian Kaiser, all those guys that I've been watching play for the last 3 years. And so getting to be on that field, I mean, it was crazy, and I was just happy to be there. And when I made that play that you're talking about, I was like, it felt unreal for a minute. I was like, "There's no way that just happened."
All right. Was it third and
Yeah,
12?
yeah, on the red zone.
Yep. And you came off the left side and sacked the quarterback,
Yep,
right?
yes, sir.
Tell me about that feeling, man. You just about a big
Yeah,
sack at a big time, at a big moment in the game against
uh huh.
Owasso on a college field.
Yeah, that moment was great. I mean, I like did a little somersault that I didn't mean to do after I tackled him. I was rolling on my head. I was like, man, I look so stupid out here, but I just made a huge tackle, and then I just feel Case and Hatley or Hank Bucky. It was one of the two. They came up to me and just pushed me. I was like, about knocked me over. I'm like, this is awesome. I love this. And after that, it was never the same. I just loved football even more after that day.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you, as a fan in the stands, a guy that loves you and always admired the way you played the game, nobody thought you looked stupid making that play. Trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Well, good,
Yeah.
good.
So fast forward, here we are, three championships later. This Friday, no, this Saturday,
Yes, sir.
going back to Edmond, going back to UCO for another state title.
Yes, sir.
Tell me what's going through your mind. You got three in your pocket or three rings on your fingers already.
One baseball too.
Oh, one baseball. You can't leave out that he also plays baseball.
Yeah.
Is there anything you can't do?
Yeah. There's a few things I can't be perfect.
Well, you can't be perfect. We ain't got to talk about that. We're here to talk about the good things you do.
Yes, sir.
All right. So you got a shot Saturday.
Hmm.
What's going through your mind right now?
Just taking it one day at a time in practice. It's a little different since we're playing on Saturday, so showing up each day, just figure out the things that we can fix from their semifinals game against who was that Broken
Broken
Arrow.
arrow.
So what do we do wrong? What can we fix? What are the good things that we can keep doing to go into Saturday feeling confident about, and then just go out have fun. It's my last high school game, playing the state championship, be the biggest game of our lives. Just have fun and enjoy it, and just take it all in. Try to slow it down a little bit because it's gonna fly by. So just enjoy the whole week, enjoy everything leading up to it, and just enjoy being around the guys one last time.
So you decided to play for Texas Tech next year.
Yes, sir.
So you've accepted the offer they made you. I don't want to get into the details of it. It's really none of anybody's business, certainly not mine. But are you content with the total package that they offered, NIL, scholarship, and everything?
Yeah, everything that they're offering is amazing. And at the end of the day, a lot of people don't really care about it. It's free school. They're allowing you to come play football, play the game that I love to play, and also just uh, school's expensive nowadays. Like I can't imagine being a parent having to pay for multiple kids, and if taking that weight off of my parents is just a blessing. And being able to show up and just go give it my all and give Coach McGuire, he's a great dude. I'd call him right now, he'll answer. I'm just all the people at Texas Tech, they're easy to play for. They're easy to show up for. Like I know it's not going to be an issue, so I'm just thankful for them giving me that opportunity.
Yeah, multiple kids in college at the same time is tough.
Yeah,
It's tough.
it is. I bet. Oh my gosh.
Well, not four in college, but I
Yeah.
got four
You
kids I
got
got to
one going
quit.
soon though. Another one going
Yeah,
soon.
and hopefully he'll get something.
Uh-huh.
We're trying to wrestle in college,
Well,
so
good.
I say we, me and him. He's trying to wrestle in college, and I'm trying to push him to wrestle in college, and
Uh-huh.
so I could take some of the financial burden off of Daddy.
There you go.
Um, so Texas Tech. Who else offered you the opportunity to come play?
Kansas State, Kansas, Missouri, Baylor, Arizona State, Boston College, TU, North Texas, Purdue, um, Stanford.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, now you threw out a lot of big names there, big colleges.
Yes, sir.
What made you decide on Texas Tech?
Just the family environment. Like first day I got there, or the first time I went to Texas Tech, the first day I was in Lubbock, just visiting as a practice or something. Coach McGuire showed me pictures of him doing some of his players' weddings, and I saw that. I was like, that's so cool. Just the fact that he has that kind of relationship with the player, but also the spouse and the family around him to allow them to let him do his wedding. Like
So he
college,
officiated a
yeah,
player's
he
wedding.
officiated like he's done a few, honestly,
Okay.
and I think he said he's going to do another one real soon. So just the fact that he does that, he loves his players. He's not gonna like. He showed up to Bixby one day. Miss Chavers, if you know her, she didn't even know he was a head coach. She was like, "Who's this guy walking in here?"
Oh my
And then
goodness.
he just started talking to her. He just acts like a normal person, and all the coaches are the same. It's not just him, and they're
Mm.
all just easy to talk to. They're going to coach you in football real hard, but they're also going to coach you in life. They're going to help you with anything you need help with. And then also my grandpa, he played. He did shot and discus at Tech
I didn't know
back
that.
in the day, and then he played 2 years of football there.
Now is that Wendell's dad?
My mom,
Your mom's
yep,
dad?
my
Okay.
mom's dad, and then my grandma went there, and they met there and got married. So pretty
Okay.
much without Texas Tech, I wouldn't be alive.
All right.
Yeah,
So it all
yeah,
started at
it
Texas
all
Tech. So
started
you're
there.
going back.
Yep.
Okay. And this whole time I thought you got your athleticism from your dad. Are you saying that you get it from your mom?
No, I can't say that. Maybe her genes from her
Okay,
dad
fair
from
enough.
her
Fair
dad.
enough. No, no, your dad was quite the
Yeah, he
athlete as
was.
well, from what I hear. I didn't grow up around here, but
Mm-hmm.
I know that he played baseball at NSU. Is that right?
NSU. Yep.
Okay, so you got a nice gene pool to pull
Yeah.
from. You got some baseball
Diversity.
NSU, and you got some Texas Tech genes to pull from there.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Well, you've made the most of that. So let me ask you this, Coach McGuire. You
Mm-hmm.
said he officiated some players' weddings. Is he an ordained minister?
Yeah, he said you can get it online pretty easily, and that's what
Pretty
he did.
easily,
Yeah. So
right?
I don't really know how deep it is, but he's willing to do it.
Fair enough. Is he a man of faith?
Yes, from what I know, I think so. I
Okay.
haven't got to talk to him about it enough, but from what I've seen from the outside looking in, looks like. And there's the tight ends coach, Coach Cochran. His dad is a pastor or was a pastor at one of the church around Lubbock, and there's a bunch of Bible studies and just within the team, little
Mhm.
groups that have Bible studies together. And then there's a team chaplain who's there every day of the week,
Right.
just talking. If you need to talk to him about anything or just I'm sure he brings a word. I don't know his whole schedule quite yet, but then the FCA is big there. They have a good FCA program, and then they come in and they'll talk to the team as well. So there's just a bunch of things faith based to keep me plugged in, which I'm very thankful for. So that's
Yeah.
going to be very good and will make the transition a lot easier for sure.
Cord, you're known not just as a football player, but you're known as a man of faith. So tell me what it is about your faith that's special to you.
Yeah, it's everything. Without my faith, without Jesus and the abilities and talents He's given me, and for what He's done on the cross, I mean, I wouldn't be able to do what I do playing football. I wouldn't be able to do what I do. The impact I have on my teammates, just I wouldn't be able to do anything without Him. So having that faith, having that foundation to stand on, especially going to college and just today's world and all the worldly things that it's easy to pull away from. Having that foundation is going to be huge, and I'm thankful that I have that, and hopefully I can share with other people who don't have that.
Yeah, and you've gone on mission trips to share your faith.
Yep, I've
Where
gone one to New York City.
the people in New York need
They
Jesus. There's
need
no doubt about
Jesus.
that.
Uh huh.
Tell us about your experience on a mission
It
trip.
was crazy. I mean, I've always wanted to go on a mission trip, and this came up, and I wasn't really planning on going because I was planning on playing baseball. Uh, so I was going into my junior year, and then I was like, I figured we had baseball and stuff, and then I was already on the edge about not playing baseball, and so I just decided not to play baseball. Like, one, I know I want to go play football in college, and then I also knew that this mission trip was coming up, and they had fundraising stuff going on to help pay for it, so I did that, and we went, and there was just everywhere you went, there was people you can talk to. There was churches you could help out. So our main focus was we were with Hope Community Church in Brooklyn, and we were just help. They're a newer church, but they just
Mm-hmm.
moved into a brand new building. It was huge, well, huge for New York City,
Right.
and just for the price that they were getting it for in New York City was just a blessing. And so we were helping make that church known, and they were having their first church service coming up. So we were passing out cards, just talking to people, letting them know about the church service coming up, and then whenever we left, it was a few weeks later, we got a picture back, and the church was just full of people. So
Nice.
seeing that people responding to what we were talking about, it may have been us, may have not, but we at least had the impact, handing out cards, leaving
Right.
stuff on people's doorsteps, just making it known just that they got to hear God's word that day, and that there was a room full of it in New York City is pretty special.
That is pretty special. You definitely played a role in that development of that church there. So you mentioned making an impact. Um, I feel like you're the kind of kid, I shouldn't say kid, young man. I think you as a kid because I knew you when you were
Yeah,
5, but um, you're the kind of player, the kind of person, the kind of man that has an impact wherever he goes. I think it's been clear that you've had a big impact on this team here. In fact,
yeah,
you had a teammate ask you to baptize him
right,
recently.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm just curious. What's the player's name?
Nate Hobbs,
Nate Hobbs.
yep,
Man, he's having an awesome
he's been
season
playing
too.
amazing.
He is. He's an
Yeah,
awesome kid.
college coaches will get on him soon.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. So Nate Hobbs comes up to you and says, "Hey, I want you to baptize me." Were y'all in a Bible study together? How did this come about?
Oh, it was. I go back. I was mowing my girlfriend's yard, and his neighbor was with her. I was like, "Hey, come over here, help me. I want to do this alone." So he came over and was helping me out, and we were just talking. I was like, I asked him if he went to church. He said, "Yeah, he goes a little bit," but I was like, "Well, just come to church with me. We'll just come Wednesday night, see what it's about." And so he did that, and then started showing up. He was consistent, and that was a big thing I really take away. He showed up day after day, even if he didn't really feel like it. He kept showing up to church,
Mm-hmm.
kept asking questions, and then he joined our discipleship group with me and my youth pastor and a couple other dudes that are in there, and just started talking and stuff. And it was actually then he started talking about baptism, wanting that to happen. And then it was my youth pastor who's like, "Cord, would you want to baptize him?" Like, you can do that. And I was like, if Nate's fine with it. And Nate was like, absolutely.
That's cool.
So we did that, and it was just a super. That's one of those things you'll never forget. You'll remember for the rest of your lives,
Yeah.
and getting to have that opportunity and just be a little person to hold him, walk him along,
Yeah.
help him to take that next step, just a little step of encouragement because it was the best decision he'll ever make in his life. So, uh,
Amen.
being able to be a little part in that is pretty cool.
That is cool. The first person I ever baptized, I called the young lady by the wrong name. I was so
Oh
emotional
man,
and I was so caught up in the
yeah,
moment because you've seen a bunch of baptisms
yeah,
growing up, and you think, well, you just get in the water, you say some words, you
yeah,
dunk them, you call it good. But as I'm driving to the swimming pool, we did at a pool
yeah,
party. um, the emotion started hitting me of the gravity of the moment,
yeah,
and I get in there, and I've known this little girl since she was 5, and her name's Emery, and I called her Emily, so I was pretty
yeah.
close,
You're close,
pretty
close enough.
close. But my
Got-
parents and I joke about it now. It's like I have baptized all your children, and
yeah.
I messed up the first one's name.
Oh
But
man, God, at least God knew.
God knew she was. That's good.
That's
That's way
right.
more important than me knowing anybody.
Exactly.
Okay, hang on a second. I want to. If you want to pause, it's fine. Uh, So, Cord, speaking about your faith, tell me how it's been a guiding light for you throughout this whole process, not just deciding where to go to college, but I'm talking about from the day you accepted Jesus to now, today.
Yeah. I mean, I accepted Jesus. I think I was 8 years old. I was a young age, and I knew what it was about. I knew what it meant to follow Jesus and have him in my heart. But it wasn't probably till about high school, sophomore, going into my junior year, that I
Mhm.
really recognized the depth of what Jesus did on the cross and just his death and what it meant to be forgiven for my sins and how deep my sins really were and how messed up I really was. And just whenever I fully recognized that, it made me just love Jesus that much more. Just the grace that he shows us daily, and uh, what I've been reading a lot lately is just being imitators of Christ. Because whenever we're imitators of Christ, others will look at us and see something different and they'll want to imitate us. So if we're imitating Christ and others start imitating us, they're going to be imitating Christ. And
Yeah.
if there's a bunch of people imitating Christ, we got something good going on. So that's just something that I've really been taking away lately. So that's probably the biggest thing.
Do they get any better than this? I don't think so. I'm glad that you're in Bixby. I'm glad you're having an impact on the
Yes, sir.
team. One thing that I've noticed about you growing up, just watching from a distance, or I was coaching. I was coaching. I was coaching at a young age, but I was coaching against you for a few years
Right.
there, and that's no fun.
Yeah.
It's no fun to coach against you. You were the most dominant defensive player to ever play INFC football, hands down. You played. I often told people that you were the second coming of Brian Bosworth, which
Oh
in
yeah.
Oklahoma you can't get a better
No.
compliment. But you've always been the more mature kid on the field in the grade. Um, Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I saw a picture of you on Facebook. Your dad posted of you driving a skid steer, moving gravel for somebody, and you were like 13 years old.
Yep. That was probably me.
You
Very
know that
mature.
I struggle
Yeah.
driving a skid steer today at the
Uh
age of 51,
huh. Uh
and
huh.
you're 13 out there getting paid to do it.
Exactly.
So, but your level of maturity and all that you bring to the table, are you one of the leaders on the team, would you say?
Yeah, I mean, I've been a team captain for 2 years, my junior and senior year, and the fact that my teammates see me as that, it's a huge role and it's a responsibility, but it's not that hard because I got teammates who care about me. I care about my teammates, and just being able to lead them along, keep them on track in practices and outside of school, just making sure we're doing the right thing so we can make it to the end goal. That's what I like doing the best. And
Yeah.
Braden, he was been a captain as well the last 2 years, so me and him have been able to lead this team, which has been really fun.
So, as far as legacy is concerned, when I ask you about what kind of legacy, let me back up. Um, when you think about all that you've accomplished here at Bixby, whether it be
Hmm.
baseball, football, just in life, just being a part of this community, you've achieved a lot. You've achieved more than the average person walking around town for sure. What's the thing you're most proud of? And when you answer this question, I want you to think in terms of legacy. So 10 years, 20, 30, 40,
Yeah.
50 years from now, what do you want to be? Well, who didn't turn their phone off? This guy. All right, let's just start this way. So Uh, Cord, you've accomplished a lot in your time at Bixby.
Mhm.
Um, you're going to accomplish a lot more in college and even after college. But 10, 20, 30 years from now, you're going to be remembered for something other than playing sports. So when you think about the legacy that you want to leave, it's going to include sports, but what do you want to be remembered for?
I think the biggest thing I can take away is just he was a humble kid who made everybody feel seen, and he cared about other people's feelings. He showed respect to everybody around him, and he was always there whenever his teammates needed him, whenever his coaches needed him. Whatever you ask him to do, he's going to do, and he's going to give it his best any chance, and he's going to work hard, and he's going to show up day after day. And at the end of the day, you're going to get all that he's got.
That's a good legacy.
Yep.
So after college, you go to Texas Tech, you become all conference, all American, starter for Texas Tech. Do you believe that's going to happen?
If that's what God wants to happen, it's gonna happen.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna do what I
So
can.
I'm expecting it. I'm
Uh huh.
expecting. I can't wait to see you play at the next level. But after college, you graduate college.
Yep.
What's the plan?
If Pro Bowl happens, that happens. If not, I'm gonna get on a fire station somewhere. I want to be a firefighter, so go get my EMT, and then go get on a fire station somewhere. Get married. Hopefully, I get married while I'm in college. We'll see what happens, and then start a family. Just get life rolling.
Do you have somebody in mind that you're thinking about marrying in college?
Hopefully, Gentry Baldwin.
Okay.
I've been dating her for the
I
last
didn't want to put words in your mouth. I knew you
couple
had a
last
girlfriend.
last 2 years. She plays basketball at ORU, so it's pretty awesome.
So you got you at Texas Tech. She's at ORU playing
Yep.
basketball. It sounds like a making of another good gene pool for some more
Yeah,
stud Nolans.
that's right. That's the plan.
I like that plan. I
Hmm.
like that plan. Well, Corey, we appreciate you coming out,
Thank you.
and
Thanks
I
for
hope
having
y'all
me.
enjoyed game day with Coach Roach because I certainly have. Thanks, Corey.
Yes, sir. Thank you.